Most people pay all the tax they owe. My research looks at how tax audits can affect the amount of tax that's raised. 1/3 of people weren't paying enough tax, but most of them weren't wrong by too much. But there's a small group, about 4% of the total, who were massively underpaying. About 40% of all of the revenue that's missing comes from that small group. Tax audits are a really good way of picking up that money that they should have been paying. Audits don't just bring in cash at the time they're done. Those people who are audited continue to pay more money. Those tax audits actually change their behavior. 1.5 times more cash comes in future years than even comes in the year of the audit itself. It's not often you can raise money without raising taxes, but this is one of those weird circumstances where that's actually possible, what government's always looking for. So we talked to policymakers, we wrote letters to newspapers, we were involved in public events, talking about paying for more auditors to be what you needed to do to be able to raise money to have nurses and policemen, schools, hospitals, and all the other things you might like to have. Once people understood how profitable audits could be, how they could raise money from people who should already have been paying that money, actually politicians on both sides agreed that this was an important thing to do. The Labour Party in their 2019 election manifesto included more money for auditors, and the Conservative government, after they won that election, then incorporated it, and in the March 2020 budget, the Chancellor announced they were going to put money behind paying for 1,300 more auditors.
To raise further funds for the NHS, I'm announcing a package of measures today to clamp down on aggressive tax avoidance, evasion and non-compliance, extra funding for HMRC to secure £4.4 billion of additional revenue.
We estimate that over the following 5 years, that's going to raise £4 billion without having to raise taxes or cost more for taxpayers. If you can take your research and pull out what's the key insight that people can use to actually make the world a better place, and then convert that into something that the policymakers can understand, then that's actually what will make that impact happen. And for me, that's exactly what makes this job worthwhile.